G'day legends and welcome back to another episode of That's Slot Cargo News for a Tuesday. We have got plenty to get through. A new Datsun 510 is on its way, plus much more. So stick around and find out what's news for a Tuesday. So welcome back to the episode, legends, and it is very bare in here. I did get my collection picked up, scooped up, and sent back to Australia as of Sunday just gone. So everything is gone other than the house that I'm standing in. And we do take off on October the 3rd. So apologies for the rawness, but the news has to keep on going. We're going to kick it off with Pendle slot news, but before we do, a massive thank you to you at home for tuning in regularly, watching the news segment and the channel itself. And of course, a massive thank you to the official news sponsor, Pendle. Please check out their socials linked in this video description, and of course, the channel description. But let's get stuck into some Pendle news first. So let's dive head first into some Pendle slot news. I've got two video reels here to share with you, and once I show you each, I'll have a quick chat about them. The F2 stock car kit. Now, I'm a big fan of that car. If you haven't watched my review, I did build mine. It was a very early print, a proto print, and it has come a long way since that. Loving how this car is being shown in a crystal case. It looks like it's sitting on some tarmac, and of course we've got some racing in the background and a sponsored car that's going around, an F2 car, which is really, really cool to see. Again, highly recommend this car. Mine has a slotted motor in it, so it's a bit too fast for the track that I had set up, but once I'm back in Australia, we'll get this thing hoofing around a big track. And moving on to another one of their kits that a purchaser has made a cool video of, the MX-5. I'm a huge fan of the MX-5. I had one of these when I was about 25. It was lowered, it was pretty damn cool. Big fan of this kit, lights up or lights down, you can have it, but I love the video itself. It's really creative, showing you how they've painted the car, and then of course we finish off with it running around a track. Really cool to see, highly recommend their kits. They've got a lot more stuff coming out, and of course when they feed me some news about these kits, I'll bring it straight to you, but I can recommend them, very easy to do. Next we have Carrera, and they are showing off their new challenge track. It's a single lane Carrera Go challenge track, Red Bull themed. Really cool idea. If you're a one player, this is really good to sort of get a hot lap down. Cool concept. What's your thoughts in the comments down below? Is this something you think would stick around? Even a rally version would look really good, maybe with a jump or two, but a really cool concept by Carrera. It's a single lane Carrera Go Red Bull themed track. And also I do want to celebrate one of the tracks they've just built for the race on the weekend, Zandvoort. This looks incredible. Now, if you don't follow Carrera on TikTok, each week that there's a track, they recreate it in either 132 or Carrera Go. This one's one of my favorites. It's pretty damn close to the real racetrack, and it would be an absolute blast to drive on. And don't forget, next Wednesday, September the 6th at 7 p.m. CES time in Austria, we'll be going live at Carrera World to show off some of their 2023 latest cars, which is very exciting. I've been asked to go and host that, so please tune in, and remember, follow all their socials if you want to see the latest stuff from them next week. So next up, let's check out Scala Trick, and they are showing two cars that are now available. First is the Ford Cosy, the Cosworth in the Repsol livery. We know it's available, but it's really cool. They've just reposted it, and a lot of other people have responded with their own Cosy that they've received in the comments. I really like that when people are showing off when they've received theirs. And also, probably one of my favorite cars of the year, the BT46, the F1 car with the fan on the rear and the cover. Big fan of that one. If you remember back when they showed us a sample video of the fan spinning, I was blown away. So this one is most definitely a must for me. And if you do like anything from Scala Trick, whether it's cars or a product, please don't forget to use the link in my channel description and this video description. It will directly help the channel, and whilst you're at the checkout, please use TSCG for 5% discount, so it helps you back as well. So if you do like anything, please use the link and get yourself a little bit off the top. So next up we have some Bauer news, a little bit of HO goodness here for you. If you don't know, Bauer is under the banner of Before Slot. We've got Bauer, Vincent, 1970s. We've got a fair few banners under the Before Slot. This one is a Vincent model, bit of American muscle here. It's good to see a progress shot of it. Obviously we've got some paint samples, so it's going into production, which is going to be really, really cool. This is going to be well detailed, and I do have a little box of goodies coming this week from Bauer. I think we've got 3 different cars in there to take a closer look at, a little bit of an assortment of their range. So stay tuned for that. And of course, the That Slot Car Guy special Porsche. It's getting close, it's getting exciting. I'm back and forth with Bauer nearly every day with emails. They're taking sample shots. We've got different ideas bouncing off us. We are almost ready to go into production, which is exciting. So stay tuned for an upcoming video. And of course, I do have 30 to sell. So if you do want one, let me know. A couple have already gone, but please let me know if you do want one, and we can sort of get a little bit of a pre-order tick before they go into production. But there you go, some news from Bauer. So next we have TA71 with another kit. Every Monday they are showing us off a kit of theirs, and this is the Dallara kit. Big fan of it, 124 scale and 132 scale. If you watch the F2 racing, the open wheeler, that's a Dallara chassis. Of course, Dallara is a big name when it comes to open wheelers, and this is a really cool kit. What's your thoughts? Will you grab one? 124 scale and 132 scale. I'm looking over here because I do have 3 kits to share with you next week. Some of the Hoonigans, I did keep them. I sent everything else to Australia, but I kept them to do a review for you, so stay tuned for that. But there is another model from TA71. And next up we have Slotted, and it wouldn't be the news without some Slotted news, and we have another Porsche to share, the 962C, the Repsol livery. Huge fan of the Repsol livery. This is a prototype pick of what's to come. Huge fan of what Slotted's doing. As you know, I'm a big Porsche fan. Their cars perform really well when I'm not driving them. But if you do want one of these, obviously check out your local, check out Pendles, and if you can pre-order, get on top of it, because the Slotted cars do sell very fast. Up next, we've got Hobby Classics with the Mercedes Senna. If you remember when I did the IME special near the start of the year, big thanks to Slot Pixels who got me all the information we needed. They did have the Mercedes Senna on display. Really big fan of this one. What's your thoughts? Will you get one? Of course, Hobby Classics does a lot of stuff in the background, but this one I think is a winner for me. It's something different. It's a Merc. It's got Senna DNA in it, we'll call it. But there you go, one from Hobby Classics. And next up we have another 510 coming. Yes, another Datsun 510, which is really exciting for me. I've been banging on about this car for some time now. Pretty much since the start of the channel, I've been requesting this car. We've got Slotted's version coming out, and we've got someone else's version coming out. You will get the full news this week. I've been speaking with them behind the scenes about the car, and another car that they're going to give us a really big update on as well, which we already know about, but we're going to get a good update on that one this week too. So stay tuned, keep your eyes peeled on social media. If it comes out by Friday, I'll add it to the news, but we do have another 510 coming, and a really cool update on another car that I can't wait to see. So let's kick off Slot Car Goodies with Magnetic Racing, and the Legends have shared some exclusive pics with me of one of their latest buildings. It's the Monaco Casino Cafe, I believe it's called. It's not the casino itself. The Legends do go to Monaco from time to time, so I'm not surprised. It looks really good. We've got the real version, and then we've got the painted up version done by the Legends themselves. Really cool looking building, but if you do keep a sharp eye on their website, you may even beat me to the photos. So they have shared these with me, but it's also up online. So if you do want it, check out Magnetic Racing's website, check out your local and Pendle slot if you do shop at Pendle. But this, I think, is another banger by the boys at Magnetic Racing. And continue with the diorama goodness, Racetrack Scenics RTS have shared some goodies on their social media pages. I've snapped up a couple to share with you. Their catch fence, I believe they're using a Carrera track here to model this catch fence of. So if you do have a Carrera track, this is available. Really cool idea. If you don't have a Carrera track and you want something built for yours, reach out to them. They may be able to make it fit your track. Ninko, Scala Trick, but definitely reach out to them and see if they can do that. And also the Modern Box Gantry, another product they've just released as well. And of course, they are now in a new building, so expect some stuff coming out from RTS. But jump over there, check them out. Is available in Australia as well if you are wanting some, but some more goodness from RTS. What's happening in the world of slot cars? Well, we're jumping back over to Scala Trick. They were at CarFest this weekend. A really cool setup. They had a track with a leaderboard, trying to beat the best time, and there was a winner, and this is the best kind of news to share. George is 9 years old. He won the fastest lap at CarFest. He got a 3.67. I love this. A young fella, he's 9, of course. We want the young ones in the hobby. He's won himself the Back to the Future slot car set. I'm jealous, I don't have that, but well deserved, mate. So congrats to George, congrats to Scala Trick, and I'm so happy that a 9-year-old beat all the adults, beat everyone else, and got himself a cool little kit. Keep up the good work, George, and hopefully we see you on your own channel soon. That's a wrap on today's episode of That Slot Car Guy News for a Tuesday. As always, a massive thank you to you at home for tuning in regularly, and of course the official news sponsor, Pendle Slot. Please check out our socials linked in this channel description and this video description. Apologies for the rawness. I've got a white backdrop. My collection is gone. It has now headed off to Holland and then to Australia. So we're really on the move. I head back in October. So this is the news you'll be getting, and hopefully I can put some bit of digital banners behind me to make it look a little bit more professional. But hang with me, once we're back in Australia, we'll get some pretty lights and everything else back in action. I will update you with the That Slot Car Guy special. I do have 30 of those available. If you do want one, please let me know. 1, 2, and I believe 3 has already been definitely taken, and some other people have put their hand up for them. But if you do want one, let me know so I know exactly how many we'll have left. And hopefully we do sell all 30. This is a constant thing we can do because it does really help the channel out. But as always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram and YouTube, if this is the kind of content you like, please consider subscribing. Don't forget, next week, Carrera World, 7 p.m. on the 6th CES time. We're going live on Carrera's socials. Don't miss out on that. But be safe, take care, support your local. Bye.